Hey up, hello, and a very warm welcome. What the hell was that? A very warm welcome back to Grimsim Labs. Hope you're having a great day, a great week, a great month. Thank you so much for choosing to hang out with me. I do appreciate it, man. This is the wardrobe that they want to have, so we'll keep it. How are you all doing, man? We're about to destroy this house, but we do need some boxes to tidy it all up, actually. In fact, we better get these clothes out before we damage them. Let's go bush, and yeah, we'll get a load of boxes of stuff. There's loads of stuff here, actually. We're going to need quite a few boxes, if I'm honest with you. But that's all fine, man. We've got time to do it. We was going to try and do it in a day, but it doesn't really matter, I don't think. Even if we get a little late, fine. How are you all doing, man? I'm doing well. I've just come off the back of the recording for the next video, so I've not got as many comments to read, so I'm going to just let them build up a little bit for when we get the tier 5 contracts, and then at least we can do some of that while playing through a few tier 5 contracts, because I don't just want the game to end. I want to finish it off. Do you know what I mean? You've stuck around for this long. You deserve for me to finish it off. And man, I appreciate all of you for sticking with this. Like, I'm pleased you're still enjoying it. I'm pleased you're still around the channel. I hope you find some other stuff to watch on the channel. If not, rock and roll. I appreciate it. Thanks for joining me on the adventure. There may be games like this in the future that I play. I am moving on to Leaf Blowing Company, which might be out by now. I'm hoping to get a load filmed this weekend, but we will absolutely see. I might have life to do as well. But yeah, I'm planning on just having a weekend of filming videos and getting them bashed out, and this is part of that. So thanks very much for all your support, and let's start talking about what the topic of choice today. Sometimes it's easier for me to think of a topic. I don't know why. I guess to give me sort of inspiration on what to talk about when I'm just doing the same thing over and over again. And today I want to talk about 80s TV shows, man. Well, not 80s TV shows, 90s TV shows, whatever TV shows. We're going to talk about TV shows, but not like your... We might move into modern times. Who knows? Who knows how long? Well, we'll have an hour. We'll have an hour of it. So I've been watching I'm a Celebrity get me out of here, and I've never bothered with that before. To be honest, I'm still not a huge fan of it. I don't think it's the best sort of setup for a show. I hate when the two plonkers come on and start talking all the time, and I just kind of want to see them living in camp and doing their thing. Do you know what I mean? But apparently we don't get to see all of that. We get to see them two talking, making jokes, which is fine. I get it. I get that's the format of the show. But I like a Survivor or something like that, man. That's my type of TV show, which is absolutely not other people's type of TV show. How are we going to get this off without destroying it? There we go. That's how we do it. Bosh. Made a big dent in the wall. We got that off. We could have picked off the frame as well, but that's another way of doing it. We're exploring. Today I really wanted to focus on the sort of older TV shows, man. The TV shows that we don't see anymore. Because some of them were great, man. Saturday nights, when you were a kid, used to be. And I don't think it still is. I suppose because you've got iPads and you can watch Grimsim Labs play Deconstruction Simulator. But back in the day, we used to get excited about Saturday night because that was when the good shows were on TV, you know? I remember shows like Big Break. I am not into snooker. And bearing in mind I'm from the UK, from a little town called Hull, and so a lot of these shows I talk about will be UK-based, but you probably had the same alternatives. And it'd be great to hear about your TV shows that you enjoyed growing up. One of these TV shows was called Big Break, and it was hosted by Jim Davidson and John Virgo, who I believe used to be a snooker player. But man, I'm not a bloody snooker fan. Do you know what I mean? It's not my sport. Not that any sport. I don't mind American football. I'll watch that sometimes. But that's about it. Whoa, don't smash. Okay, cool. Sweet. Bosh. And let's get this off. Nice. Get this straight in. So Big Break was a snooker show, and they had several shows in the 80s that were based on sports. Big Break was like snooker, and the thing that I loved about it was the trick shot. So John Virgo used to do a trick shot each episode. So he used to set up the balls in a certain way, and then the contestants had to try and replicate it, and it'd be something a little bit crazy, like you'd have to chip under the ball to get it to jump to go into a pocket on the other side, etc., etc. That sort of weird stuff. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like a normal sort of snooker game. So I used to love watching them. I used to get real excited when they used to do that part of the show. And then the other sporting shows they used to have things like Bullseye. Bullseye was another one, another sporting show that used to have darts players, and they used to play for prizes, and they'd have like a famous darts player with them. Again, not that I have a clue who famous darts players are. I know Wolfie was one of them recently, but that's only because I've worked on several dart shows. So Phil Taylor as well, he was another recent one. They had to like whatever the sort of thing was that week, they had to try and do whatever it was, and they had to score points based on the old darts board, and they win prizes, and there was always really naff prizes but great trophies. Man, I'd love a bully statue. That'd make me very happy. I noticed a lot of sparks there. I hope we didn't break anything off the wall too bad. Okay, we'll have a look. Probably going to need to buy another thing for the for these plasterboards, but that should be fine. Hopefully we'll get a couple of smaller ones, because that's what we really need. Let's go, Bosch. Can't believe that's that item's unsafely stored. Another sports one. Man, and you didn't have a choice, because like back in the day, we didn't have like devices. We all used to gather around one TV, you know. And when your mum and dad were watching Corrie, you was watching Corrie. My dad, for example, he always watched the news. We're having the bog. He always used to watch the news, no matter what. So when it came to like, because The Simpsons was on at the same time as the news on a different channel, so we was never allowed to watch The Simpsons, and the reason for that is because my dad was watching the news at that time, and you know, as a kid you go, oh, it's really annoying, but actually as you get older you start to understand it. And my dad used to like watching sport on a Saturday and a Sunday, so we didn't really get the telly as much. Although I do remember when they used to play, and this is one that everyone will know, no matter where you are in the world, of an age, was Jim Henson. So the developer of the Muppets did a TV show, and it was called Dinosaurs. And it was this bizarre TV show. As soon as I say it, you'll all remember it. It was this... Oh, no. Oh, we got a penalty. Oh, dear. I got trigger happy. Okay. Let's take all the stuff we need out of the house first, shall we? Probably a good idea. We've got 100 quid penalty. God damn it. Ah. Do you need the sink? Retrieve the washing machine. Just a sink. Okay, cool. We can get rid of this. We'll have sinks in the thing. That's fine. Bosh. Sweet. I'm just trying to make a bit of space. Didn't realise I'd knacker it up. Oh well, stuff happens. That's fine. What do you want in here? Do you want out in here? No? Good. We really need them boxes to take stuff down though, man. Retrieve the wardrobe. We've got the wardrobe out, we just haven't put it in here. Okay. That's cool. We'll do that. Bosh. Let's stick this in here. Nicely done. And what else do we need? Retrieve the TV and the washing machine. We put the TV out here as well, haven't we? Damn it. And the washing machine is... an accident happened. I mean, it happens. It happens. Any more items to retrieve? No. Take everything and destroy the house. Sweet. Okay, cool. There we go. We've done. Can we take that? No, we can't. Interesting. I really need to come back with a thing to take all this stuff off the walls, but let's take the walls first of all. Bosh, and I thought this was going to be a quick job where we just demolish it, but actually we need loads of boards, and we need loads of planks as well, so I think we are going to dismantle it quite satisfyingly, and then we're going to go around with the hammer and destroy everything. Yay! Just as the game wants us to do. Yeah, dinosaurs. I used to love it, man. I used to have figures of the dinosaurs as well. The idea of talking dinosaurs to me was hilarious, and I got my niece to watch it the other day. I love showing them like old TV shows and stuff like that. She was like, "What's this, Uncle Anthony?" I was like, "It's dinosaurs that can talk." She's like, "What? That's real cool." And I was like, "Yeah, man. Let's watch it." So we watched a few episodes of Dinosaur. She enjoyed it. To a point, but she's still a bit young for stuff like that, to be honest with you, to really sort of enjoy it. The other one that I used to wake up to watch was Munsters. So Channel 4, I think it was, used to have We only had 4 channels. Channel 4 used to have the Munsters, and they used to play it every morning. So back in them days, TV used to go off. It still does in some channels and stuff like that nowadays, but it actually tends to be replaced with like a QVC or a chopping channel or something like that for the people that are sort of up at late and looking to spend money. They have these sort of shopping channels that must make a fortune for them to like be able to play at that time in the morning. Actually, I've never really thought about that, but yeah, you see a lot of that these days. But back then we used to get a bird on the screen with a doll, a green doll. It's the weirdest image ever. Search if you don't know what I'm talking about, search girl with clown doll holding screen or something like that, TV holding screen, and it'll show you what I'm on about. It's real freaky. You used to turn on the telly and it used to just be that with like a ringing noise to say that the sound was working. Yeah, that's what we used to get. And so I used to wake up super early in the morning to be able to watch the Munsters, and the girl would just be there staring at you. It was proper weird. Welcome to the 80s. Where everything was a little bit crazier. Oh, kids don't know how. Kids just don't get it these days. Just don't get it, man. They'll be like, what? What is this? So I used to get up and watch the Munsters. I love the Munsters, man. I've got the box set and I'll still watch it nowadays, man. Just great characters. I've not seen the movie yet. I still need to watch the movie. Rob Zombie directed a movie of it a couple of years ago. Obviously, it starred Sherry Moon Zombie because every Rob Zombie movie has Sherry Moon Zombie. But it's a bit like the Addams Family. So the head of the house, she was like a vampire and he was like a Frankenstein, and the grandpa was a vampire. Very cool stuff, man. And Herman Munster went on to play in one of my other Fred Gwaine, his name is. He went on to play one of the lead characters in the original Pet Sematary, which again is another fantastic sort of old Stephen King film I'm a really big fan of. I thought the new one was actually unsettling. I did watch it and I found the effects excellent in it, to be honest with you. There's a thing where... Oh, shoot. Oh, well. Piggy bank. Fridge common. Alright, you're getting smashed up. You're getting smashed up. Are you all getting smashed up? Yes, but there's no point in smashing it now, because you can get smashed up now, though. There's no point in smashing it up now, because we're going to have stuff in the drawers, and we're going to come back and pick it all up. So, like, there's no point in destroying that, full stop, because it's a premium. Let's have it. Let's have it. Yeah, so what was I talking about? I was talking about Monsters and Pet Sematary. Yeah, so, like, Pet Sematary, like, the new movie. I'm just going wherever my stories take me, you know me. It had effects. So there's this thing, and I can't remember. There is an actual term for it, but it's where something looks too lifelike, and it can be Muppets, it can be CGI, where it looks like lifelike but not completely accurate. It can play with your mind, and Pet Sematary absolutely did that for me with the daughter after she sort of passes and then comes back to life. There was just something off about it, and it really freaked me out. I was really impressed. I was like, yes, here I am as an adult getting freaked out because of this bizarre effect. Great song by the Ramones as well, Pet Sematary. Anyway, cool. Let's take this off. Nice. Bosh. Sweet. I will get this done in no time, guys. This will be complete in no time. So there we go. I'd love to hear about your TV shows from the 80s. Another sports TV show. Be remiss of me not to mention. It'd be, do you feel the power of the gladiators? I don't know if that was a thing in the US. In the UK, it was a huge thing, man. On Saturday nights, they used to have a TV show called Gladiators. And it was basically, if you imagine like what Ninja Warrior is, it was a bit like that, but a little bit more sports-based, I guess. And they used to have to compete against the gladiators. Well, I was fascinated. I love the gladiators. And actually, Jet, the bird who played Jet, her character name was Jet. She was one of the gladiators. She became a psychologist, actually, and she was like an analyst on Big Brother for quite some time. Very cool. But they were in like every panto. You know, all the Gladiator characters were all ended up in pantos. I remember Hull once had Wolf. You know, panto's just amazing. We've got this that season, isn't it? It's a season to be jolly. Nice. So yeah, used to love Gladiators, and they had the what was it? The Travelator, which was like a lift hill is the best way to describe it, I think. Are we keeping this? No, we're not. Let's just get rid. It's a bit big. Get rid of it. There we go. Give us a bit more space. Nice. Sweet. I should have brought some boxes to this job. I really should have done. It would have saved us so much time. There we go. Bosh. And get that done there. Nice. So yeah, used to love the Gladiators, and I think a lot of these TV shows they end up remaking them. I think they've redone the Gladiators. I've not really seen it. I think my nephew watches it. He likes it. He's into sports anyway, so I think he watches it with his mum and dad. But some of the tasks would be like climbing tasks, so they'd be pitted up against a gladiator, and they'd have to climb up a wall faster than the gladiator, and whoever touched the button at the top won basically. And you'd have to. There was a team of red and a team of blue, and they'd be competing against each other to race to the top and try and get that button at the top. It was very cool. Very cool. And then they'd be pitted against each other at the end where they'd have to go on this sort of travelator and all this sort of cool stuff. Which you just, as a kid, you were watching it and you're just like, oh, I want to do it. I want to have a go. Do you know what I mean? It's that sort of thing. That sort of vibes, really, is what I'd say. Yeah. Good times. It's what other TV shows were from the 80s that I can remember, or early 90s? There was stuff like, not Get Your Own Back. What was the one that Keith Chegwin did? It was, they used to use slime in everything. Every TV show would have like some sort of gunging element to it, and the contestants would get gunged if they lost stuff. And Keith Chegwin used to do a lot of them type of shows. I think he's passed away now, actually. Old Cheggers. Let's go. Shame. I met him once. He was a nice dude. There we go. Bush, and let's go. Nice. Not all 80s comedians are though. Not all comedians that work on TV shows that I've mentioned are. In fact, I hate some of them. I had a proper argument with one of them once, and yeah, nearly walked off his show. I was like, and I won't reveal who that is because it's absolutely fireable material for me. So I won't reveal who that was, but yeah, he was an absolute prick, shall we say. He was complaining about the venue's sound, and I'm like, look, I said, I'm doing my best to try and get this for you. And he said, well, I don't care. I mean, what am I playing this for anyway? And I'm like, look, dude, like, I'm trying my best. And he's like, this is like playing an up-tempo. You need to... And I'm like, right, if you carry on, right, I'm not going to try for you anymore. Like, with respect, I'm not here to take your crap. So, you know, I'll do my best for you. But right now, you're not letting me do my best. So back off, please. Because if not, I'm walking off and you'll deal with what you've got. And I believe you're contractually obliged to play. So, yeah, I had a proper argument with him. He was being really rude. He apologised afterwards, but yeah, not cool. You don't talk to people like that, man. Show respect to everyone. You know, I do, even when I don't like them. It's weird being like a programmer because there's stuff that like, well, why did you put that in? And I'm like, well, it doesn't matter to me. Like politically, anything. Do you know what I mean? It's like. We had one of the controversial parties looking at doing something, and I had to go to the sort of higher management and say, "Do you want to do this?" And someone said to me, "Well, why are you trying to get that in?" And I'm like, "I'm not trying to get it in. They've asked for a venue, and we can provide the venue if that's what they want." I'm like, yeah, but like you don't agree with the views, and I'm like, no, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I think, as long as like other people. You know, want to do that. Like, I believe everyone should have a sort of voice, you know? I think that's important. Without voices, what are we? We're just animals, you know? Chubby Brown. Don't agree with his comedy whatsoever. You know, I find it quite racist, quite sexist. But, you know what? He's one of the loveliest guys you could ever meet. He really is. He's so lovely. Does so much work for charity. Comedy-wise, not for me. Not for me. But if other people like it, that's fair enough. It's dated, yes. But, like, it's all tongue-in-cheek anyway. And actually, when you look at other comedians like Jimmy Carr or like Frankie Boyle, like the stuff they say can be horrific, but it's a joke. You know, it's a joke at the end of the day. And yeah, I think there's too much put on censoring stuff. I'm all for like letting people have their own opinion on stuff. You know, if you think it's wrong and inappropriate, cool, I might be with you. But like, you know, you don't have to go see it, do you? You know, let the people that enjoy that enjoy it. You know, I listen to heavy metal, right? Guess what? Not all heavy metal is PC, shall we say? You know, some of it's got some really harsh lyrics in it. Some of it's got some really sort of, I don't think people understand this about heavy metal. Actually, it's got some really sort of intelligent historical lyrics in it and stuff like that, which is disguised under this other stuff. You know, you think about a song like "Run to the Hills," which is kind of a classic heavy metal anthem, is all about pillaging and stuff like that from ancient history. You know, that's where the "Run to the Hills" come from, because when they were barreling down the villages, they'd shout "Run to the hills, run for your life." You know, stuff like that. Anyway, I've got sidetracked, haven't I? We're talking about 80 TV shows, and we've talked about everything else, but. Welcome to Grimson Labs, where that's just what we do. I don't even need these lamps, man. They're all the same. I bet these are the big round ceiling lights. Yeah, we've got like 9 of them. Don't need these. That's fine. Sweet. I'll tell you what we do need to do, though. We need to get home, because we need to start getting some of these sorted out. So let's see if we can get any doors on top of this, because that'd be really helpful. Sweet, we can. Lovely stuff. Happy about that. Nice. Sweet. Rock and roll. And then there was other 8 TV shows. My granddad was always into stuff like the American shows. So he was into Knight Rider and the A-Team. I put it full. Man, they won't be PC now. I was watching Peter Kay earlier on my Facebook, and he was saying how Phoenix Nights was getting picked up by Netflix. But they wanted to put a warning on it because it was so sort of politically correct at the start. And he said, you know what, I'm not really bothered. Like, if you're gonna do that, I'm not into that. Like, we won't sort of, I won't sell it to you. You know, just keep it off the air, really. If it's not going out as originally intended, like, you know, I think people know it's a joke. But there we go. I suppose things aren't a joke anymore. We've become very PC. And in a lot of ways, it's amazing. It's amazing that we've become so accepting. In other ways, it's kind of censored history, really. There was an article I was reading about someone who watched an Only Fools and Horses episode and said how incredibly racist it was. And I was like, well, I mean, I don't remember Only Fools and Horses for that. I'm not a huge Only Fools and Horses fan. And absolutely, there's no place for sort of racism and stuff like that in the world, but maybe I'm remembering it differently, but I don't remember it being sort of insulting. It's just when you watch it back with modern eyes, and they're sort of saying words that we don't use anymore because it's not cool, you know. It is interesting, isn't it? It's very interesting. What are your guys' thoughts on that? Started off talking about Big Break, ended up in philosophy over shows. Let's go. Welcome to Grimton Labs, where anything can happen. There we go. Let's stick this in. What are you? I think you're premium, aren't you? We'll put it in and then we'll check. I'm pretty sure it is. Yes, it is. We'll check the other ones as well, actually, before we stick them in. I think it was all premium, though. I was a little bit gutted we didn't find commons, if I'm honest with you. Yeah, they are both premium. Sick. Well, we're topping up our premium door count. Let's go. Bosh. I used to like the kids shows like Finders Keepers. I rewatched an episode of that recently. That was so cool. That was so cool. That was like a kids show that was on TV around when you got in from school, and it was hosted by, was it Pat Sharp? No, it wasn't. Funhouse was. Oh no, what's the one I'm thinking of? Finders Keepers with Neil Buchanan. Neil Buchanan used to do Art Attack. Oh, I'm on it. Art Attack, do you remember Art Attack? This is an Art Attack. This is an Art Attack. This is Art Attack. Do 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 do. They had the talking head. It went for a lot of seasons. It was in America as well, but it didn't do as well in America, actually. I think it started in America, actually. Oh, Finders Keepers started in America. That's the best thing about YouTube, man. There's loads of weird channels that, like... I say weird channels, they're not weird. I love them. That'll do, like, deep dives on TV shows and stuff like that. Ah, man, I'll happily watch something like that. Sweet. Are you knackered? Not for sale. Great. Does that mean a lot of you are not for sale? No, we can get a win. Sweet. Let's get this filled up then. This is absolutely going to fill this up. We're going to need another one. But I don't necessarily have a problem with that. If we get an order, we'll empty it out. Let's go. This is going to go there. This is going to go there. Damn it. A lot of them there. Okay. I really want ones for that one, but we're not having any luck. Here we go. I hope you don't get motion sickness, because you are absolutely going to get it. Get your own back. I remember as a kid watching Playdays. I used to love Playdays when I was a little Ben. And there was a clown. I was always afraid of clowns, man. I'm sure I told you about my clown Teddy that my mum and dad got me that I was terrified of. Is this a non-sale, or is this just... It is a non-sale. I didn't know if it was full, to be honest. Yeah, it looks like we're full. Yeah, we're full. Okay, let's buy another one. Let's buy another one. Let's go to here and go orders, not orders. We need to go resume. And we need to go back. Do this properly. Go to warehouse. Go to edit. And we'll see if we've got some space back there for this. Have I got many other walls? Probably. Oh yeah, there we go. We've got a whole other palette of walls. I don't need any more of this drywall. I just need the small bits. Okay. Because I think there's been an update. We can't get it as far back, which is a bit annoying. But it is what it is. Let's move these back here. So we've got loads of wooden planks. We need wooden planks. We've got them for you. There we go. Let's stick this here. Stick this here. There we go. That'll do us for now. Nice. Maybe to never be touched again, but let's hope not, eh? Let's hope not. Sweet. So we need to buy another one, actually. There we go. Warehouse, edit, and buy some more drywall. Sweet. Buy and go. Put you there. Bosh. Lovely stuff. Get your own back. That was another show that had guns. That was a kids sort of quiz show, I guess. A lot of the shows were quiz shows, weren't they? I wonder why that was. I guess it was like cheaper TV to produce, I guess, to do a sort of kid show as opposed to... That's 90 centimeters. I've not seen any 90 centimeters before. That's like the only 90 centimeters piece we've ever had. How weird. Okay. We'll take it. Nice. Let's go. And keep loading these up. There we go. Yes, finally got some of them smaller ones. That's what I wanted. Maybe in the next time I do this, I'm going to have to go around and like search for the small ones. Mind you, I mean, we can break them all up on site anyway, to be honest with you. There we go. Yes, another one. Sweet. Nice. What else did I used to like? Do you remember... What was it called? Harmony's Nose, I think it was. The Queen's Nose, that's it. The bird was called Harmony in it. That was a show with a girl who had a magical 50p piece. And whenever she rubbed the Queen's nose on it, she could make a wish come true. Man, I used to love that show. I used to think that was so cool. I was a little bit too old for Bernard to watch, but I would have loved that if I was a kid, to be honest with you. There we go, sweet. And let's go warehouse, edit. Anything with that sort of... TV shows in the 80s quite often have like a minor fantasy element to them, like that. But it was never like Harry Potter. It was never like, you know, full Dungeons and Dragons and Wizards. I mean, it could have been, but a lot of it wasn't. And yeah, I remember the Queen's Nose being one of my favourites back in the day. Sick. Okay, cool. Well, we've emptied that. We've got everything back in the truck that's going to be smashy when we get back to the house. So let's do that. Oh, no. Slow down, Grim. Slow down. Head to edit. warehouse edit and get the boxes over here for now. That'll do. That will do indeed, because we're going to put a load of boxes in. I'm thinking maybe 6. See if 6 does it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do 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 do. Oh man. Let me know what your favourite kids shows were. What other things are on Saturday night TV? Well, later on in life, actually, not when I was a kid, Deal or No Deal took the nation by storm, man. That was just a great setup for a game. Again, I think that was originally in the Americas and came across to the UK. But it was hosted by Noel Edmonds, who used to do Noel's House Party, another 80s TV show. And which is probably why I associate it with an 80s TV show, because of him. But my goodness, what a good setup for a TV show that was. I was watching it the other day. It was on they've done a new version of it. It's with some young dude. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. I'd recognise him instantly when you show him it. But yeah, he's doing it at the minute, and you know what? He's fine. He's fine. He's not Noel Edmonds, though, is he? Noel Edmonds was great, man. He used to do Noel's House Party. That was another Saturday night show where you had Mr. Blobby come out. How the hell do you explain Mr. Blobby to anyone from outside of the UK? If you search for Mr. Blobby, you'll see he was a cultural icon in the UK. He even had a #1 hit single called Blobby, Mr. Blobby. I don't know what it's called. It's probably just called Mr. Blobby. My sister was well into that song, actually. Blobby, he's Mr. Blobby. He's the one that will brighten up our day. Maybe I'm making that up. But honestly, he had a song in the charts, man. It was #1, I think. Christmas #1 one year. Yeah. So he was this big pink alien that could only ever say Blobby, Blobby, Blobby. He would only ever say his name. And he'd basically run out, and he was really violent. Is the best way to describe him. When there's a great episode of, it's like a quiz show with a load of comedians. Jimmy Carr hosted it. I do love Jimmy Carr, by the way. I think he's a great comedian. They had like Mr. Blobby on, because one of the guests was afraid of Mr. Blobby. It is a really weird thing, and it is absolutely nightmare material. But for whatever reason, the UK fell in love with him, and fell in love with this alien going around, and basically he'd run out. It was this guy in a costume, and he'd run out to wherever he was, and he'd just like fall over stuff, and he'd bumble around stuff, and it really didn't matter, and it was just chaos, man. But yeah, in the 80s we loved him, or early 90s we loved him. Then there was morning breakfast TV. Every morning, Channel 4 used to have the Big Breakfast, which was Channel 4 back in the day. Used to be a channel that was pushing boundaries, really, in many respects. While BBC One would have the news and that sort of thing. That was your morning entertainment. Channel 4 would have Big Breakfast. So Channel 4 was constantly trying to sort of push things, really. And Big Breakfast is where they'd just have a laugh. There was innuendos in there. They had some mascots, because mascots were a thing back then, called a Zig and Zog, I think they were called. Zig and Zag, maybe. Which were again two aliens, because we just loved aliens back then. Well, actually, I think it's because puppets were just made like a bit weirdly, and so they all looked like aliens. So they all got lamped with the same sort of title. Which was fine, but Big Breakfast used to be great, and they used to get callers in and give away money. It was almost like a radio show. Denise Van Outen and Johnny Vaughan used to host it. Johnny Vaughan does radio nowadays. If you think about one of their type of radio shows, it was basically like a live version of that. It was weird as all hell, but it was it was good entertainment in the morning, you know. What do you have in the morning now? I don't know. Nowadays, I suppose you just watch anything, don't you? Like, and it's a problem for me. I'll stay in bed and I'll just stick a YouTube on, and I'm like, oh man. Hey, maybe you're doing that right now. Maybe you're doing that right now. Maybe you're in bed, either falling asleep or waking up and you go, you know what, I'm just going to watch an episode of Grim Sim Labs. But yeah, that's our mornings used to be different. Call-ins. I used to love call-ins, man. Then on a Saturday, you'd have early morning. They used to show like a kids show. So they used to have. There was two different ones I really remember. There was Live and Kicking, and there was CITV or something like that. Cat Dealey ended up hosting it. Brian Dowling after he won Big Brother. Anton Deck, I think, hosted it at one point. Live and Kicking was Zoe Sharp was her name. She was bloody gorgeous. I think that was her name. Oh yeah. Oh god, attractive. They always used to have very attractive people hosting them. Probably weird now when I go back and look at it because I'm a 40-year-old dude. But man, she was gorgeous. They was all gorgeous actually. All of them were. Let's go. Bosch. And so basically they'd have kids TV shows that they'd bought off some sort of network. Can I smash them in here? No. God damn it. They'd have kids TV shows that they'd buy off them, and between sort of playing them, they'd have guest call-ins and all sorts of weird stuff, you know. They'd have celebrities on there, so they'd like have a little interview with a celebrity, and it was basically like a way of filling out the material, I guess, instead, so they didn't have to buy loads of children's TV shows, you know, which I guess were probably quite expensive to make back in the day when animation cost more to do, you know, it wasn't all computers. So instead they'd have the, you know, 3 celebrities, if you want to call them celebrities. Certainly became celebrities out of it, all of them, let's be honest. So they'd have them host, like, I don't know, some sort of video call-in, or they'd have guests on it, like they'd have wrestlers on it, for example, at times. You can see some of the old wrestler footage. They'd have guests like Ozzy Osbourne and stuff like that on it, talking about his latest album. Kids shows in the US used to do it as well. I have seen them, so I know that they exist. So wherever you was in the world, man, this house is looking really cool, by the way. Let's destroy all the stuff in it. Sweet. Bosh, bosh, bosh. Nice. Just so we've got a little bit easier access to the walls, I think, is what I'm looking for. And the floors as well. We'll demolish the floors while we're here. Might as well break that while it's all contained. And then it'll just make the cleanup that a little bit easier. Let's go. Bosh. Nice. Anything in there? No. Okay, we've got an empty house. Sweet. Let's get this out here. Half the one. 6 was perfect, by the way. Absolutely perfect. Not bothered by them lights. Probably not bothered by that. No, we'll just leave it. It's fine. And I ain't got much space is the problem. How am I taking these apart? Do I want the beams? Yes, I kind of do. Okay, let's go. Let's start circular sawing all the beams off. Nice. Cool. Probably should have looked at that upgrade looking at my money, but I still don't know how much tier 5 contracts are going to cost us. I'm going to guess it's going to be a 10k investment, is what I'm guessing. But man, we're going to get a load of money off this job. We'll have a few more contracts to do and stuff like that when we get back to the warehouse, when we finish this. So yeah, what did your mornings look like when you were a kid? What did you enjoy watching? Love to hear from it. Man. What you'll do, you'll write a comment, and then as I'm reading them, I'm just going to be reminiscing again about all these sort of great shows. What other shows were the ones? National Lottery. When the National Lottery come out, man, that was like, that was primetime entertainment, man. Used to have Mystic Meg on there. She used to read your horoscopes. She's passed away now, but she was attractive as well. What a beautiful lady she was. She had, I think she got cancer or something like that. I mean, she was an older lady anyway, but god damn, what a gorgeous lady. So she used to read horoscopes. I was never into it, but the whole thing when the lottery first came out was like, it was a game show. I remember the first episode of the National Lottery, and it was very much like a game show. It wasn't just read the balls. There was a competition to see who was going to press the button to launch the first balls of the National Lottery. That's what we had back in the day, man. Yeah, and then I remember watching the second episode of the National Lottery, as if the National Lottery's episode, but it is. And the format was completely different. It was no longer a game show. It was back to what became the National Lottery. I think they do stuff like it nowadays. I don't really watch TV on a Saturday. I don't watch much TV, to be honest with you. I mean, I do like me dramas. I do. My favourite TV show of all time is 6 Feet Under. I love 6 Feet Under. I've got a really dark sense of humour that just covers it very good. Fantastic actors in it. Francis Conroy, Michael C. Hall, as well as others. Couldn't name them, but they're all freaking amazing. And just a great family drama. That was like the family drama that started like your Breaking Bads and stuff like that. You know, that was your first like major HBO series like of that nature, with the sort of greyness that all the characters in, you know, Breaking Bad or something like that have on them. And yeah, it was epic. Used to love it. Sweet. Right, we know it's easier to just take these off than it is to thingy them. I'm not taking these ones back though. They're all getting demolished with this stuff. Sweet. Let's get them ones done. Nice. We'll do that. Excellent. Sweet. God damn, that chisel's quick. God damn, that chisel's quick. Okay, cool. And you're done. Sweet. Oh, shoot. What am I doing? Slow down, Grim. Slow down. You don't want to be breaking them. You want them. You want them, remember? Sweet. And then, yeah, I do like modern series. I love Breaking Bad. I think that's great. I think that's one of my favourites of all time. I'm really looking forward to getting to our lasses this Christmas because we've got loads of TV shows to watch. We've got Wednesday to finish off. We haven't done that yet. Stranger Things is coming out. She loves that, so I'll watch that with her. I really like trashy TV, so I like the Squid Games challenge. I love that. You know, I really like really simple, absolute, don't think about anything apart from the fact that you're watching these people compete to do, you know, whatever it is. I love shows like that, man. I love shows like that. I like Survivor. That's a US show. They tried to do it a couple of times in the UK. Man, they did a British one a couple of years ago. The BBC did it. God damn, it was awful. It was so poorly done. I remember the first episode, and I'm like, they're using the same production company to do it all. So I'm like, why do they feel the need to change it, right? From what I think is a brilliant show in the US that's just never hit it off across here. And they had like so you know at the end where they read out the names of the people on the parchment paper where they've voted for who wins and who loses. It was bloody see-through. And you know, you're just like thinking, who the hell in the production company that made this went, oh, here's a good idea. We'll make it look like this instead of using what the Americans or Australians or South Africans have used for years. And we'll use this type of paper instead, which was see-through. It was stupid, man. God, that really angered me. I don't know if you can tell. Let's go. I don't want this wood. That's what I said in the morning. Okay, have I done it all? Have I smashed up the house? Sweet, cool. Let's do the floors. Wash. We'll get this house done this episode. That's sweet. That feels good. That feels like progress has been made on getting to our tier 5 contracts, and it's been fun, hasn't it? Just talking about TV shows for a bit. I don't know if you watch a lot of TV shows. I don't know if you did watch a lot of TV shows. I bet you did. If you're about my age, you didn't have a choice. Like, you know. Bloody hell, I didn't have a TV in my bedroom till a lot older. And my dad would be wetting himself. He'd like, what do you mean you didn't have a TV in your bedroom? I didn't have a TV in the house. We used to go watch it at my mate's house. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it's when you know you're getting old, when you say stuff and then you realise how bizarre it sounds. Because it's just... I mean, we just carry our TVs around in our pockets now, don't we? You know? I remember me first phone to have that, and you used to pay a load of money to get videos. Happy Tree Friends. So I used to enjoy the Happy Tree Friends videos, and so they used to release them on the phone, and it was like, it wasn't like an app store, it was like its own personal app store. These videos had cost 69p or 59p or something like that. I feel like it was 69p though. I don't know why. So, like, to download a a 5-second clip of like Angry Ginger, it'd be called. I think there was like a claymation type thing of that. Ooh, Celebrity Deathmatch. Do you remember that? I was watching Marilyn Manson because I love the song Astonishing Paranoia of End Times, and the music video for that was done using I'm a Celebrity, Celebrity Deathmatch, because that's what Manson was on at the time. He was on that show. He was one of the characters in the show, and so yeah, his music video was to that, which is really cool. I need to show it to the boy actually. He'll love that. Be like, what? This is what you used to watch when you was older. Yeah, man, we used to watch claymation people fighting against each other, and it was our sort of our way of looking at celebrity culture back then and mocking celebrity culture. Yeah. Lee Francis, he did Bo Selector. Do you remember when everyone was clipping the fingers at school? I know you're trying it now. I know you're trying it. Stop it before you break your fingers. My ex genuinely broke her fingers doing it. So I don't advise it. She must have had weak fingers. I don't know. She always said mine were fine. That's not even panto. That's just crude. Well done, Grim. Let's go. What are we doing? We're smashing that up. Let's go. Smashy, smashy, bush, and smashy, smashy. Nice. Sweet. And take you out. Excellent. Messed up there. Whatever. That's fine. It's done. Take these boards. I'm doing a lot of work for these 2 boards. You know what? We'll complete it. It'll be fine. Let's go. Well, let's take all these main boards out and watch the entire house collapse around us, shall we? Bosh, bosh, bosh. I've got nowhere to put these now. Okay, cool. Let's put them straight into here, shall we? I should probably get a load of stuff on this side, actually, because we're not going to have much to take. I'm going to have a load of rubble, actually. But maybe we get a load at the back here so we know what our sort of limit is for where the boards can go up to. Do you know what I mean? Is what I'm thinking. We'll get 1 chair on there. And 1 chair. Now it might end up being 2 loads, this, if I'm honest with you. Might end up having to be, unfortunately. We'll see. We'll see what we can do. See if we can stack another chair on top of that, actually. I can, like that. There we go. Alright, that works. Ish. Yeah, that's fine. A row of boxes would probably be beneficial to us. So let's try and stack this as high as we can go. Can we get 2 rows in? Do I want 2 rows in with the amount of planks I'm going to have? Yes, I do. Yeah, because it's a nice sort of border for where the planks need to go. That's exactly the reason I'm doing this right now. So, yeah. Let's get all these in. Lovely stuff. These want to be one of the first things that we take off the truck, actually, but there we go. Too late now. Right, can't get that in. Let's move that across. Boom. Boom. Yeah, what other comedy shows was there? Does anyone remember Trigger Happy TV? Dom Jolly's first foray into it. He used to go around with a massive phone and just yell hello into it like he was. He used to scare the hell out of people. I don't know. Just at the time, man. That was what we used to laugh to on a Saturday night. Yeah. Yeah. Good times. I do like John Jolly. I'd like to see him live at one point, actually. He's a great comedian. Great. Cool. Let's carry on, shall we? No, let's just smash it. And I probably didn't need to smash it on. Whatever, it's done. And smash it. That's fine. Oh, don't smash it. Just take everything else out and we'll fix it at the end. That's fine. I just don't need to go too crazy. Do you know what I mean? Here we go. Bosh. Nice. Is that taking out the light? No, the light is still hanging on by a thread. We're ready to get the light gone. I need to do it through here. Here we go. We can watch it through here, though. Where is it? It's there. Sweet. Oh, the light didn't go. Okay, we can maybe take these off and maybe the light will go. Oh, I bet it's going to stay because of that, actually. Okay, cool. Well, there we go. Just got a lot of windows to get in. Maybe we'll get it all in one go. I don't know. We'll see. We'll try our best. We'll try our best. There we go. Good to have a load of beams though, isn't it? Nice. And that one's done. And this one. Lovely stuff. Just supporting pillars really, isn't it? Lots of supporting pillars. They're just a bit of a pain really, so I'll just smash them. Yeah, baby. And everything will collapse, it'll be fine. Whatever. Did we miss this area? What did we do? Did we completely miss this area? Okay, fine. Let's go and do it. Just missed this wall. I've done all the internal walls. I've not done the process as I should have done it, but there we go. Is what it is. Sweet. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks for your support on this series. If you want to buy me a coffee, you can. You can have a look. I've got some memberships, and I've got t-shirts, man. I've got like merchandise now. If you guys want to support a random YouTuber and show your love, you absolutely can. Check out the merchandise link. It's bloody expensive though. I'm not gonna lie. It's like way too overpriced, but I couldn't really do anything about it. But what I did do is, well, I could have done. I could have made it cheaper, but then also I want to be able to give out to people who were members, and I want to say thank you to them. So I've give them like a discount code. So if you are thinking of picking up some Grumsin merch and supporting your 6th favorite YouTuber, the one that makes really lazy content, you absolutely can. Sick. Let's go. Sweet. Bush. Who is your favourite YouTuber? Be interested to hear that. Actually, I do think I'm some of your favourite YouTubers. I'm not just saying that. I do genuinely think I'm some of your favourite YouTubers. There are people who watch so much of my content, I don't think they have time to watch anyone else. So that's amazing. If you're one of them, cheers. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Glad you're with me on my little journey, and hope you continue to enjoy it. Let me know what I can do better. Let's go, Bosh. Don't say edit videos, take time, and you know, that sort of thing. Anything that involves work, I can't do. All right. If you say, oh, you just need to stop making as many innuendos, I can do that, right? I can absolutely quit the innuendos. We can be completely PG. Hang on. I'm saying I can do that. Can I do that? No, I can't do that. Let's be honest. It was like when the kids were doing, they were playing, what was it called? Musical statues the other day. And I was in control of the music. And I played that song Golden. My goodness. That's got a lot of views, hasn't it? On YouTube and stuff like that. 77... I was doing some research into it today at work, because K-pop's just a interesting phenomenon to sort of keep track on sometimes, stuff like that. And to see, because as a programmer for a venue, I have to figure out what's the longevity of this, you know. How long's this going to be around for? Because we have a K-pop showing, and it's like, how is this just a fad that's going to disappear in, you know, by the time I get this show in, which is in April, or is it going to be something that people want to see in a year's time? And so it's good to try and understand that, you know. And there's never a right answer, but we can do our best to try and get a grip on it, you know. I don't really know why I'm cleaning up, but I am. There we go. Right, sweet. And any more standard boards for us to take that are out and ready to rock? There we go. One there. You ready to go? No. You know what? I'm just going to smash all this up. That's absolutely fine. I've got enough. I'm happy. I'm very happy with our work here today. Sweet. Let's smash the rest of the beams up. Look at all the beams we've got, man. We've done a good job of restocking our beams, so Grim is happy. Smashy time. Here we go. Let's finish off the building. There we go. Wash, and then there we go. There we go. Big collapses happening. Right now. We'll get all the planks from it still, don't forget. There we go. Roof falling in on us. There we go. We'll get the outside one first, because that probably won't drop everything, he says. Here we go. House is destroyed. Excellent stuff. We've still got this left up here. Let's get rid of it. Oh yeah, I'm just going to smash this up just for a bit of self-satisfaction. Let's go. Actually, I'm looking at the time and I'm like, we need to finish this off. So let's get going. Let's get partying. Let's get ready. Let's get ready. Let's get ready to rumble. Ant and Dec, they come from an old TV show as well. Do you remember Biker Grove? I never really liked Biker Grove. I was a bit too young for it, I think. Biker Grove. Oh, man. All TV shows as well had like iconic TV themes as well, didn't they? Do you remember that? You'd like be able to sing it along for days. You'd get stuck in your head. It should make you want to watch it just to see the theme tune. Then the digital age came about, and Reboot was one of the first like that I remember being a fully animated series on TV. Reboot, yeah, like CGI animated. And I bet if you go back and watch it, and I haven't, and I don't think I would because I never was a huge fan of it. I bet it was so many of the same assets used over and over again. It's like Power Rangers. I was never allowed to watch Power Rangers as a kid. My mum and dad went into fighting and thought it was too violent for us. We obviously then used to sneak and watch it all the time, especially when we was at our mate's house, because that's what you used to do. And play with the Predator toys. Oh, and the Alien toys. Man, the Alien toys were amazing. Why? Right? Kids will never know this today. We don't get like kids Terrifier toys. But back in the day, like if it was a successful film franchise, it was going to have toys made on it, right? Batman, great example. Batman, one of the highest grossing merchandise things ever. Jack Nicholson came to a deal with them where he got paid a certain amount of all the merchandise paid from the Batman first film, and made not just it made him the most money that anyone's ever made as an actor or something daft like that. There's some real stats there. I don't know them. I'm not looking at them right now, and I'm not going to. But maybe you can if you really want to fact check me. But he made an absolute ton because he basically said, yeah, you can pay me this, and I want so much of the toys. It was actually John Lithgow who was also in the running to play Batman, and he actually said. No one's going to want to watch a movie about a bat, so he actually put him onto Jack Nicholson and said, no, just he'll be better at it. How mad is that? Here we go. Let's go. Some wood. Oh, hey, let's get wood. Let's go. We are nearing the end of the episode, though, guys, so bear with me. I'm going to put them down here because I want to sort out the planks and stuff like that and sort out the big ones, you know, from all the little ones because we've got a load of mixed here. 6, we'll do that because it just feels like a good way of sorting it before we get back to the warehouse, and as we put them into the truck as well, because if we put the small ones in last, we might be able to get them on the end or something like that. I don't know if we're going to have too many rubber bags. We might have to come back, but we'll find that out in the next episode. Well, it's been a fun one to get done. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. I've enjoyed talking about TV shows with you as well. If you have any more topics that you want me to talk about, random topics, whatever it is, whether I've talked about them before, whether I'm talking about them now, whatever it is, get your comments in, man. Just get your comments in. Give me inspiration there. Do check out the Leaf Blower series. I'm planning on doing a very sort of interactive in the same way. Well, it's not interactive. It's just me gabbing for a bloody hour. But I'll be reading comments out, right, in the Leaf Blower series. So it'll be very sort of after the first few episodes, after we figured out all the sort of gaming mechanics. I think it's going to be very much like this. It's going to be very much chill, unwind, and hang out with Grim for a bit. And we can talk about anything you want, man. I'm always happy to give my opinion on stuff or not. It's real weird though, because I do come to these episodes and I'm like, I do go, what am I going to talk about today? And like, so the last episode I was like, let's just talk about injuries. I'll talk about times I've hurt myself. That's fine. Let's do that. Didn't think I was going to reveal as much as I did. But there we go. I should write a list of things not to talk about. But then it wouldn't be me, would it, man? It wouldn't just be me being my authentic self going, you know what, screw it. It doesn't really matter. Who cares? Let's talk about this. Maybe it'll help someone. Maybe it'll help someone who's got to go through that. And hopefully you don't have to go through it in later life, because my word. Ugh. Anyway, get mines off out of the gutter, as always. Yeah, I want to say a huge thank you to you all for watching. And a huge thank you to my members. I think if you order the shirts now, they'll probably come before Christmas. I think if you order like in the next few days, like I say, there is a discount code in the members only section, and you do get access to the videos as soon as they're sort of made and uploaded, and I've made the thumbnails and stuff like that, so you get a little bit of early access. But I'm trying not to paywall anything because that just seems rude. Then I don't want to do that. I also hate selling myself, so forgive me for doing that. Man, my manager was like, "You need to be more confident." I was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "I am confident." She was like, "Yeah, but you're not at work." And I was like, "I am. I'm an asshole. That's how good looking I am and upset people with that and all that sort of stuff." And she's like, "Yeah, but like you work." Like I was like, "Yeah, because I don't really feel very good at it." And she was like, "You're amazing." And I was like, "Yeah, thanks, boss." Wanna bring a tear to my eye. I nearly broke down in my one-to-one the other day. So yeah, I was like, I'm struggling with some things, and I just never know, because I was a tech for so many years. I didn't know how to use an email. Excel. It was the first time I used Excel when I come to work in this job, and now I'm being asked to create things for other departments, because I apply myself, but I still question that I'm doing the right thing, and it's partly because other people question me as well. When people say, "Well, this is a why do we have this many shows?" or "Why do we have?" Yeah, I do struggle with my confidence. I genuinely do, but people don't see it because I put on this like weird front that's like I don't know if it's a weird front. This sort of confidence, but I'm not at all. Man, I'm a mess most of the time. Well, there we go. There was some weird confessions at the end of the episode. I want to say a huge thanks and we're not going to get all these planks in, I tell you. I want to say a huge thanks to all of you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. We'll come back and finish this off in the next episode. We're nearly done. And we're nearly at tier 5, man. We're nearly at tier 5. Thanks for watching, and a huge thank you to my members. If you become a member, you get on the end screen like this. Look, it's just a little screen. It's really badly done. I need to sort out that bloody lamp thing. I tried to get it all moving and do some video stuff. I'm not very good at that. I just do it myself. Do you know what I mean? But cheers, Kitty. Cheers, Jim. Appreciate you both. And I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Until then, ta-ra.